for joining me on my masterclass. Now today, where can we park money so we can park money out? Now, a number of my subscribers have asked me to explain to them the difference between an ETF and a mutual fund and how they can make money from both. Now I'm going to do that. The main difference you're going to have between mutual funds and ETFs is how they are managed. Mutual funds are actively managed, so you've got investment firms. They have people who look at the market every day and choose which companies on the market they're going to invest your money in. So they make a decision usually at the end of the market day based on the net asset value of companies on each specific day, and then they invest your money based on that. And so you have a safety, more safety with mutual funds. ETFs are different. They are passively managed. So basically what they do is that they just track the various indexes. So you got the S&P 500, which is an index of the 500 largest corporations in America. You've got the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which is an index that tracks the Dow Jones. And then you also have the NASDAQ 100, which is an index that tracks the 100 largest corporations on the NASDAQ. So they just put your money. So basically, you can have a mutual fund, and you can have that. You can hear that the stock market has gone down, but your mutual fund did not go down. Why? Because your mutual fund is not mirroring the stock market. It's not mirroring an index. It is based on specific companies that the investment firm has put your money in. But however, if you have an ETF, for example, if you have the Invesco QQQ, if the NASDAQ goes down, your money goes down with it. If you have the Vanguard VOO, if the S&P 500 goes down, your money goes down with it. If you have the Ultra Pro Shares Dow 30, if the Dow Jones goes down, your money goes down with it. If it goes up, your money goes up with it. So that's the main difference. Now, because of how they are managed, ETFs tend to have a lower expense ratio, which is about 0.3, most of them. But then mutual funds are going to have a higher expense ratio, which is about 0.8, most of them. Another basic difference is that ETFs, because you can buy them on the stock market just like a stock, that's why they're called exchange traded funds. They are on the stock market, anybody can just buy them. The minimum investment is very little. Sometimes they don't even have any. So you can have $5 and you can invest in an ETF. But with a mutual fund, because they are actively managed, you usually have a minimum investment of about 3,000 to 10,000. So for example, the VFIX, which is one of the best mutual funds, is going to ask for a minimum investment of about 3,000. So and then it starts to go up. You have the VSMPX, which is also a very good one. But then, having said that, if you look at their behavior over the past maybe 10 years, basically, mutual funds, they are classified as medium risk, and ETFs are classified as aggressive risk. So you're more likely to lose money with an ETF, and at the same time, you can actually make a lot of money with an ETF because it tracks the market. But I'm going to now give you a couple of examples. If you look at the last 5 years, every single ETF has made money in the last 5 years except in the year 2022. And if you look at the last 5 years, every mutual fund, all the major mutual funds, they all made money except the year 2022. And if you look at the amount of money that they made, it's basically, the difference is not much. So let me give you specific examples using the biggest investment firm in the world, Vanguard. Now with Vanguard, you've got the Vanguard VOO, which is an ETF. Now year to date, that is, when you say year to date, the amount of money that they've made or lost from January 1st till today. For the Vanguard VOO, the year to date is that it's at a profit of 11.05, meaning that if you put $100,000 on January 1st, today, you're going to have made about 11,500. If you had to put your money on the VFIX, that means year to date, you would have made 11.83%, meaning that your money, if you're putting $100,000, you would have made today about $11,830. If you had put your money in the VSMPX, it has got year to date 10.05, meaning that if you put in $100,000 on January 1st, today you can find $10,500. So you can see the difference is not much. And the reason why all of them lost money in 2022, that was the year that Russia invaded Ukraine, and so it stopped the whole stock market all around the world. It led to the various crises in the oil sector, in the consumer chain, in the in various governments. So all of them lost money. But if you look at the 5-year history, now it's going to come up on the screen, 5-year history of just like like an aggregate. They basically all made money every year except 2022. So it's very easy. You can go on any like Nasdaq, you can go on New York Stock Exchange and buy most ETFs. But for mutual funds, you've got to go to the company. So like for Vanguard, for example, I'm going to see the website of Vanguard. Go to Vanguard themselves, and then you've got to give them your money. You can't buy a mutual fund just directly on the stock market. Now, like I told you before, it's better for you to put your money in these ETFs or in these mutual funds than to put your money in banks. You're going to have much greater returns, but there's still risk involved. Like you saw what happened in 2022, nobody can predict a war. And so if a war comes, you could lose money, and your money in the bank, can be safer. But that is very, very rare. The best way to make money really now is just to put your money on a mutual fund and an ETF. And then the best mutual funds are going to be the VFIX, the VSMPX, and then the Charles Schwab fund. And the best ETFs are going to be the VOO, the iShares US Dow, and then the ProShares Ultra Dow 30, and the Investor QQQ. Now, if you watch these good questions arising from this and you're a subscriber of mine, ask your question on the subscriber tab. I'm going to hold your hands, treat you like family, mentor you, help you buy, help you invest, tell you when to sell, and I'm going to make this process very easy for you. And I'm also going to give you other investments that I can't give here. If you're not a subscriber of mine, I can't treat you like that. So I'm going to encourage you to subscribe. And subscribing is very easy. Go on X, search for me at Reno Omokri. On the top right hand corner of my profile, you're going to say subscribe tab. Click on that, follow the prompts, and you're a subscriber. I can guarantee you that if you subscribe to me on X, you're going to make money. This is the Apostle of Prosperity, Reno Omokri, saying God bless you.
But Reno travels all around the world. I hope you get inspired about what you see. Apostle of greatness, Reno is a master. Only one man against the whole world in large. Fighting with the monsters, poverty I can't stand. That's why Reno is